Welcome back. In this Python Pandas tutorial, we're going to go over several different examples of how you can work with strings. We've gone ahead and imported Pandas and the Vega datasets. For our first few examples, we're going to use the cars data frame from the Vega datasets. And it looks like this. For our first example, what we want to do is to take this column here and take the text and make it uppercase. In order to do that, we reference the data frame. Then we go ahead and reference the column name. Then to access the text, we're going to use str for string. And to make it uppercase, we use .upper. Let's run it. And you can see that the name column is now uppercase. You could also change the text and make it lowercase or title case. And all you would have to do is to replace upper with lower or title. Now let's say you wanted to take the name column and count the number of letters for each car, make, and model. In order to do this, we're going to go ahead and assign a new column with the title, name, length. Then we reference the cars data frame, name column. Once again, we use string, and we're going to replace the spaces with no spaces. Then we use string again, and we use the length to get the count of the letters. And then here, we're going to reference the cars data frame, and we just want to see the name and the name length. Let's run it. And here we have our new column with the count of letters for each car, make, and model. So for example, the Chevrolet Chevelle Malibu has 23 letters. The Buick Skylark 320 has 15. Next, let's go over an example where we want to pull out just the rows that contain Buick. So the first thing we're going to do is to reference the cars data frame. Then we're going to reference the cars data frame column name, .string, contains, and put in Buick. Then here, we're going to use the same code. However, in this case, we're going to access the shape, which will give us the number of rows and columns. So the number of rows that contain Buick is 17. And then here, we have all of the rows in the cars data frame that contain Buick. Next, let's go over an example of how we can use contains with a regular expression. Here we've gone ahead and created a data frame. And this is what the data frame looks like. Now what we want to do is to pull out only the rows where the type is a cat or dog. So to do that, we go ahead and reference the data frame. Then we reference the data frame column type, and we use .string. Then we use .contains, and we go ahead and we put in our regular expression. And as we mentioned, we only want the rows with cat or dog, so we put in the regular expression syntax for cat or dog. And we set the regex or regular expression to true. Let's run it. And you can see what's left are only the rows where the type is a cat or a dog. Next, let's go over an example of using replace. If you look at the data frame, you'll notice that for the origin for the United States, it currently shows USA. Now let's say that we wanted to replace USA with the United States. So we've gone ahead and created a copy of the cars data frame. Here. Now we're going to overwrite the origin column. Then we go ahead and access the origin column in the data frame. We use the string .replace. And we want to replace USA with United States. Let's go ahead and run it. And you can see here, previously where we saw USA, now it says United States. Next, let's go over an example of strip. And what this will do is it will strip out the extra spaces. We've gone ahead and created our data frame. And you'll notice that there's lots of extra spaces before and after the letters. However, you don't really notice it in your data frame. And what we want to do is to make sure that those spaces are gone. if we go ahead and use the data frame and then access the column, .str.length, we can see that there's extra spaces because we should just see 1 for the count of the character. Okay, so to get rid of those, we're going to go ahead and access column A, then we reference data frame column A, .str.strip. Now when we run it, we can see we get 1 for the count of the characters, and we know that's correct because there's only 1 character in each of the strings. Next, let's go over an example of how you can use split. So we've gone ahead and created our data frame, and it looks like this. And you'll notice that we have the state and the city in the same column. And let's say that we wanted to split those out, where one column contains the state and one column contains the city. So one way we can do that is to create new columns. We're going to go ahead and create a new state column and a new city column. Then we go ahead and reference the data frame. We're going to reference the location column, .string, .split, and we're going to split it on the underscore. And for the state, we're going to access the first element. So we use .str, 0. Then we do the same thing for the city. However, in this case, we're going to access the second element. And for that, we use a 1. Let's go ahead and run it. And you can see now we have split the location column into 2 new separate columns, the state and the city. Now notice when we use this code here, you can see that we get our list. This would be element 0, and this would be element 1. And that's why we use the str0 and the str1. Next, let's go over an example of using concatenation. So we've gone ahead and created a data frame, and in this case we have the population, the state, and the city. And now let's say we wanted to join these 2 columns, the state and the city. One way that you could do that is to create a new column, location. Then we're going to access the state column plus underscore. Then we use another plus, and we access the city column. And that will concatenate the state with the underscore and the city, and put it in the location column. Let's run it. And you can see here we have our concatenated column with the state and the city. For the last 2 examples, we're going to go over how you can access text data using starts with and ends with. We're going to use the movies dataset from the Vega datasets. For the first example, what we want to do is to access any movies that came out in the month of July. So in order to do that, we use the movies data frame. Then we access the release date here. Then we use .str. Then we use starts with, and we put in July. Let's make sure that we've run this. And let's go ahead and run it. And what's left are any movies that were released in July. In the last example, we're going to use ends with. And you'll notice that the code is pretty much the same as starts with. And in this case, we want to see any movies that came out in 1984. Let's go ahead and run it. And if you look at the release date, you can see that all of these movies were released in 1984. That's all we have for this tutorial. Join us again next time.